Hi everyone in English 1301, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 2 instructional video. So go ahead and start in the content area per usual, and if you scroll down you'll see the week 2 module. Don't forget all of the other modules that are here for you. So in week 2 I've made some notes here before I was able to upload the video, so take some time to look through that and note that we have 3 things we're going to read this week, and then we will also watch a TED Talk by Ron Finley. So 2 chapters from our course text, as well as an article, What Americans Can Learn from Other Food Cultures, which you can find with the book and additional readings here. Okay. The reading this week I find very interesting, and the TED Talk is really well received, so just take some time with it. Make sure you're taking breaks in between all of the work as well as all the videos that you have to watch this week. So for Thursday you do have a discussion post that's due, a mind map that's due, and your first quiz of the week. So very similar to last week. Hopefully this kind of feels like you are on repeat just a little bit. You don't feel too overwhelmed by the way that this is structured. And then on Sunday, you can, if you want a few extra points, respond to 2 colleagues. Those need to be, at least 3 sentences. Really make sure that you are doing a good job of reading their work and responding directly to their ideas. There's also a food journal assignment due, as well as the second quiz. And then you have some items for next week. All right, so you're watching what will appear to be number 1 here, and I'm still working on uploading the video for the multimedia project, so just make sure that you are taking your time with those. And then here to review, there's the reading journal collection guidelines, as well as the multimedia project guidelines. And then if you want to take a look at the complete schedule, because remember, these are not due this week, so don't start freaking out. All right, so to do, you do have your mind map. So if you click on that assignment, it will be related to Ron Finley's video here, so take some time, make sure that you are reviewing the video and guidelines if you need to, and make sure that you're uploading the proper kind of document. It needs to be digital, so don't handwrite, because that makes it a little bit harder for me to grade, especially with different styles of handwriting, and I need to be able to see those quotes clearly. Select a quote that supports your ideas and include a timestamp, right? Make sure that you have those quotation marks and have accurate wording, and then you just click upload and find your document wherever you have saved it, and then you'll click submit when you have that document uploaded. All right, if we go back to week 2, so in addition to the mind map due on Thursday, you'll also have a discussion post and a quiz. Oh, the computer's moving as slowly as I am this week. All right, so your week 2 discussion is here. And this will, give me 1 second to cough. So the discussion is also going to be based on Finley's video, and I want you to identify one idea or issue he shares that you relate to on a personal level or that you find interesting. So write 2 paragraphs from your own perspective and include at least 1 quote to support your idea in each. And I put, MLA is a lot, I know that. So for a video, what you want to do is include what we call a timestamp. That's something I mentioned with your mind map of when he says the words that you quote. So you can find this information in the transcript for his talk. So I'm going to click on this link and give you a view of what that looks like. All right, I want to make sure this doesn't start. Okay, so right here you'll see the transcript, and if you click on that, then you have accurate quotes of what he says, and you can click on something when he says it and see the time. Okay, so he says this quote at 48 seconds, right? Not 48 minutes, it's a 10-minute long video. And so that's just an example. I'm just showing you how to use the transcript. I've given you an example here, and I put, Finley wanted to change what he was seeing in his own community and determined that, food is the problem and food is the solution. So he says this at 1 minute, 48 seconds. Typically, we need to put 148 dash to the moment the the sentence ends, but I'm okay with just the starting point, okay? So don't worry too much about that. Just do what you can to do the start time and make sure that it's in the proper format, okay? And try not to use that quote since obviously I've given it to you. Okay, so in addition, you have that week 2 quiz 1. Some of you had questions about last week's quizzes. Definitely let me know if you see anything that's questionable or iffy about this quiz. And then you have your second food journal. And this is going to be related to choice work, what Americans can learn from other food cultures. The MLA video will help with this. I go over examples. I talk about choice work specifically because she cites a lot of sources, and so it can be hard to accurately cite the source. You know, if you think that there's a quote that she uses that's really useful to your ideas, you just want to make sure you're accurately giving credit, not only to Choi because she wrote the article, but to those people that she actually quotes. So I'm just going to give you an example. So if you open up the article, you'll see that there are a lot of quotes in here. So she, notes Chef Dan Barber, the melting pot, most cultures don't think about their cuisine in such monolithic terms, he says. So we need to credit Dan Barber for those words. But another thing to consider is, most cultures don't think about their cuisine in such monolithic terms. What does he mean by such monolithic terms? We need to make sure that we're providing context for the quotes that we choose, and then crediting Barber for these words, but also noting that this appears in Choi's article. So this is what MLA calls an indirect source. This will all make a lot more sense if you take a look at the examples and the video. Okay, and so what I want you to do is write 3 to 4 paragraphs connecting your own experience with Choi's ideas about food and food culture. And so I really want you to narrow that. That's a really broad kind of prompt. So I want you to think about a food memory that's meaningful to you, okay? We need to, in a sense, overlap our own idea, experience writing with Choi's ideas. And so the mistake that some students have made in the past is that they will do an analysis of Choi's article and throw in little bits of their own experiences here and there. This is your food memory. The majority of this should be you and your food memory with Choi's article supporting your ideas. Okay, so that's 3 to 4 paragraphs about your experiences and your food memory, and then one final paragraph that connects Choi's work to something outside of our course related to food. So do her ideas urge you to do something, to talk to someone, to read something, to research something? So what beyond this article in your life is connected? Okay, so make sure you're really taking some time to read through the prompt and requirements and utilize that MLA template. And if you need the Google Doc version, then you can always go to the content area, and in the syllabus schedule rubrics, there is a whole section on templates, and you can use the Google Doc. Oops, that's the wrong one. You can use the basic MLA template Google Doc link. And so all you'll do is click make a copy, and then that will take you to Google Docs on your own. All right, so if we go back to our week, this is what the template looks like. After completing that food journal, what you'll do is complete the week 2 quiz 2, and that's from the entire week. So week 2 quiz 1 is only everything up to Thursday. Okay, those are the only questions you'll have, but then week 2 quiz 2 is the entire week. And then there is that checklist that you can kind of keep track of all those things that are required this week. All right, that's week 2 in a nutshell. Please definitely let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Reach out to me, but also note that there is that Q&A discussion board some of you have made use of, which I really appreciate. Go in there, and if you know the answer and you can help out your colleague, absolutely feel free to do so. I will jump in there and offer my feedback as well. All right, take care and good luck this week.